It's really annoying when somebody steals your YouTube video and re-uploads it on their channel, isn't it? Well, I've got some good news. Every single creator can now protect their content through the copyright matching tool. For many years, you needed to be in the YouTube Partner Program, monetizing your channel before you could get access to the copyright matching tool. But as you can see, this tiny channel can use the tool. Not that there's much to see here right now, so let's go to the main vidIQ channel to show you how it works. And do make sure to watch the entire video, because even if your copyright matching tool screen looks like this, I've got something very important to show you. When YouTube detects your content is being used by other channels, it will display all the important information here, such as views, the date it was uploaded, and how much of their video is made up of one of your videos as a percentage. At this point, YouTube is simply displaying information to you. So if you want to take some form of action, mouse over the frames and you'll see these three options. The first option is to send a message to the person using your content to let them know that you, the content owner, are aware that this has happened. YouTube pre-populates this message, which is quite helpful, and this is your way as the copyright owner of sending a written notice or warning, but at this point no further action is taken. The second, more nuclear option is to request a video takedown, which requires you to fill in this quite lengthy form. The reason it's so big is because a video takedown request is a serious action to take, as it will likely copyright strike the offending channel, and ultimately it has legal ramifications. This is where you might want to use the 7-day notice removal option before it all gets very, very messy. And finally, you can archive the copyright match, which takes no action and puts it in the archive tab. And there are also tabs to manage your messages and the removal requests you've already begun. Now, DVD Fever Games has a great question about all of this. Rather than requesting a takedown, can't you just monetize that video, like music artists and film companies often do? Well, let's remember that a lot of people who now have access to this tool aren't actually monetized on YouTube themselves. And because copyright can get very legal, my guess is that YouTube can't really do this at the scale you're suggesting. But that's a great idea, and I wonder if YouTube may do that in the future. In fact, this is a great question for all of you. Would you allow other creators to use your videos if you could share the ad revenue? Back on the copyright matching screen, you can execute all of these actions at a bulk scale using the checkboxes. But I would advise using extreme caution, especially when it comes to removal requests. Do not abuse this system. YouTube takes that very, very seriously. Now then, if a copyright matching tool hasn't found anything, you can still manually submit a removal request. In this instance, you would have to complete the whole form, including a link to a video that's using your copyrighted content, along with a few other bits and pieces. Also, when you request removals, if it's successful, you can set up YouTube to automatically prevent new uploads of the same copyrighted content. And you may be wondering at this point, hang on, that's a really good way to protect all of my content. YouTube, why don't you just make this available on the upload default section of the channel settings? Well, again, it all comes down to the legal stuff. You're basically making a legal declaration, which in the worst case scenario, you may have to defend in a court of law. So with great power comes great responsibility. Treat it with respect. I've gone through the basics of the copyright matching tool in this video. There's a lot more to it, so I've linked the support page in the description just below the like button. But what if you find yourself on the other side of this? You've been hit with a copyright claim. Well, this is how you solve it.